Welcome back to Kids Crochet, and today we are going to be talking about how to make a circle or a round. This is an incredible skill to have because we use circles in so many of our projects. But I am going to warn you, making a circle can be a little bit challenging. Not because the stitches are any different than they are when we make our normal squares, but just because circles have very specific patterns that you must follow. And sometimes those patterns can feel a little bit confusing at first. But don't worry, I'm going to make this as slow and easy as possible so that you can follow along and understand. In order to make our circles, what you're going to need today is some yarn, your hook, and then get something that you can use to mark your stitches. For me, I'm using a paper clip, but you really can use absolutely anything that you have laying around the house. You can use a paper clip. You can use stitch markers if you have them that are sold in your crochet kits. You can use safety pins, you can use hair clips or bobby pins, whatever. Anything to just tuck into your project to mark the beginning of a round. And you'll understand the point of these a little bit later. You might already be familiar with how to use stitch markers from our tube tutorial, but make sure you have one of these. You're going to be needing it for today's video. All right, let's jump right in. To make our circle, we're going to start by making a very small ring, and we're going to make this ring out of 4 chain stitches. So go ahead and chain 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am going to attach my 2 ends of my chain together the same way that I would when I make a tube or when I make a bracelet. And I'm going to do it by putting my hook into the first chain space. So I'm going to put it in. I'm going to pull the yarn out of the chain. And now there are going to be 2 loops on my hook. I'm going to pull the first loop under the second loop. And in doing so, I just created a small ring. At this point, it doesn't look much like a ring. It kind of just looks like a big knot of yarn. But that's okay. Take a minute to look at your ring that you just created and locate or find the center of the ring. What I'm doing here is I'm kind of rubbing the center of it in between my fingers to kind of stretch it out, and so that I can find the center of it. So there is the center of my ring. Now that I have created a little ring, what we call a magic ring, I am going to be ready to start making my first round. In crochet, when we are working in a circle or when we are working in rounds, we call each row a round. So we don't call them rows, we call them rounds. And I'm ready to start my first round now that I've created a circle for myself or a ring for myself. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my hook right into the center of that hole, and I'm going to make 6 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 'So I have just made 6 single crochets inside of the hole of my ring. To finish this round, I need to connect my last stitch to my first stitch, and I'm going to do that by making a slip knot. When you are working in rounds, it can sometimes be very difficult to find where your first stitch was, and it's going to be a lot harder the bigger our circle gets. So we are going to mark every one of our rounds with something called a stitch marker. A stitch marker is just something that marks when your first stitch in your round was made. And in this video, I'm just going to use this paper clip to mark where my first stitch was. So remember, I created 6 stitches. So if I go back 6 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is where my first stitch was made. This is the beginning of my first round. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my hook into that space, and I'm going to create a slip knot, which is going to complete my first round or complete my circle. So to make a slip knot, I'm going to put my hook inside of that hole. I'm going to pull the yarn out of that hole, and then I'm going to pull this loop underneath that loop, and I would have just created my slip knot. Already we have a very cute little circle. Now that I have finished my first round, I am ready to start my second round. Now in my first round, I made 6 stitches, which means I have 6 holes. In my second round, I will put 2 stitches in each stitch below or in each hole below, giving me 12 altogether. So I'm going to go into this first stitch of my round. Remember, it is marked with this paper clip, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put 2 stitches in there. I'm going to take my stitch marker out. I'm going to put in my 2 stitches. So in the same hole, I'm going to put 1, 2. And remember, we want to mark our first stitch in our row. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my paper clip here. I will know that when I get back to the paper clip, I have finished my round. Now that I've put 2 stitches in that one hole, I'm going to move on to my next hole, and I'm going to put 2 stitches in there also. So I'm going to put 2 more stitches. So I'm going to put stitch 3 and stitch 4 in the same hole. Now I'm going to move on to my next hole, and I'm going to put 2 in the same hole. Stitch 5 and stitch 6. I'm now going to move on to my next hole. Stitch 7 and stitch 8. I'm now going to move on to my next hole. Stitch 9 and stitch 10. I'm now going to move on to my next hole. Stitch 11 and stitch 12. I have just completed my second round, and I know that because my paper clip is marking where my round began, and so this is marking where my round is supposed to now end. I am ready to start my third round. When I make my third round, the pattern is going to be 2 stitches in one hole, 1 stitch in one hole, 2 stitches in one hole, 1 stitch in one hole, double, single, double, single, double, single, all the way around. So I'm going to take out my stitch marker. I'm going to put my hook into that space, and I'm going to put 2 stitches in that one hole. 1, 2. I'm going to mark the first stitch that I made. Remember, I just made 2 stitches, so I'm going to go back to my first stitch, and I'm going to place my stitch marker. And now I'm going to put 1 stitch in my next hole. In my next hole, I'm going to put a double, so I'm going to put 2, 1, 2. and then I'm going to put a single, 1. My next hole I'm going to put a double, and then in my next hole I'm going to put a single. In my next hole I'm going to put a double, and then in my next hole I'm going to put a single. In my next hole I'm going to put a double, into my last hole I'm going to put a single. I'm going to end on a single because I started with a double, and I want the pattern to be the same no matter where you start or end on my round. Okay, I'm back to the paper clips. That means my 3rd round is now finished. I'm ready to start my 4th round. So I'm going to take out my paper clip. I'm going to put 2 stitches in that 1 hole, and then I'm going to put 1 stitch, 2 stitch is 1 in each hole. So I'm going to put a double, single, single, 1 double, 2 singles, 1 double, 2 single, all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my double, 1, 2. I'm going to mark the first stitch that I made so I know when my round ends. Now I'm going to put 2 singles, single, single, double, that means 2 stitches in 1 hole, single, single. My next stitch is going to be a double, single, single. My next stitch I'm going to have a double, sorry, I gotta unwind my yarn. So I just made a double, and now I'm gonna do 2 singles, single, single, double, meaning 2 holes in 1 stitch, and then 1 hole in that stitch, 1 hole in that stitch, and then it brings me right back to the beginning. My next stitch has my blue paper clip, and so that means my round is over, and I am ready to start my next round. Now in my next round I'm going to have a double and then 3 singles. So I'm going to put 2 in each stitch, and then I'm going to put 1 in each stitch, 1 stitch, 1 per stitch, and then all the way around. So it's going to be double, single, 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 double, single, single, single. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to make my double, 1, 2. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mark the first stitch that I made with my paper clip, and I'm going to keep going around. So I just made a double. I'm going to make 3 singles, 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to put 2 stitches in the next hole, then I'm going to make 3 like normal, 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to do a double, 1, 2 in 1 stitch. Then I make a single, 1, 2, 3 singles, and then a double. Then I'm going to do 3 singles, and then a double, and then I'm going to do 3 singles, and I would be taken right back to the end of my round, and I'm ready to start the pattern for my next round. So at this point, there's some things I want you to know about working in a round or working in a circle. The first thing that I really want you to notice is that every time we start a new round, I move my stitch marker or I move my paper clip. I move it up with me so I never lose track of where my round begins or ends. Another thing I want you to notice is that my pattern must complete itself before I start my next round. The pattern is very, very, very important when you are working in a round. And so if you have not been counting your stitches, that means that you are doing what I was doing and you say to yourself, okay, double, 1, 2, 3, double, 1, 2, 3. If you're not counting your stitches, you're going to have to start here because the pattern is so important. It is very easy to mess up and get lost in a round. I do it all the time. And so you have to be very focused when you are going ahead and doing this kind of crochet. Another thing I want to point out, I don't want you to get confused with my language. To make this make sense to you, when I put 2 stitches in one hole, I called that a double. I said you did a double. And then when I put 1 stitch in one hole, I called that a single. So you do a double, single, or double, single, single, double, single, single. I use those words to help you recognize the pattern. When you are crocheting in real life, or when you read a pattern made for an adult, they don't use that kind of language. They would call what I called a double, they would call it an increase. So you would read increase, then you would read 3 single crochets. We'll talk about how to read a pattern in a little bit, but what I don't want you to make the mistake of is think when I say double, single, single, you're making a double crochet and then some single crochets. In this video, when I said double, I want you to understand that that meant 2 stitches in one hole. And when I said single, I meant 1 stitch in one hole. Again, that's not language that you will usually see when you are crocheting, but I think that that language might help you understand how to do a circle a little bit better. But when you go ahead and you start reading patterns, you are going to see that it's called something a little bit different. And I just don't want that to confuse you, or I don't want the use of the words double and single to confuse you with a double crochet stitch or a single crochet stitch. So I just wanted to point that out to clear it up. But again, 3 important things I want you to remember: move your stitch marker, count your stitches, and follow the pattern. I hope that this made sense to you. If you're a little bit confused, go ahead and watch this video again. This might be the first time that you have felt confused or challenged by crochet in a while. So remember, take a deep breath. Crochet takes practice, patience, and perseverance. You will figure it out in time. Just remember how difficult it was to learn the single crochet and then the chain in the beginning. If you figured it out, you can figure out your rounds. I just know it. Just be sure to watch this video as often as you need, and if you need anything to be explained in a different way, or if you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this, go ahead and click the like button and subscribe, and I will be seeing you in our next video. Goodbye!